Good afternoon, Pokésports, and welcome to another VGC Battle Stadium video. Here we have Toxtricity Gigantamax as requested by Lights Out on Patreon. I am super excited because obviously Toxtricity is a lot of people's favorite Pokemon from Gen A, or probably favorite Pokemon, period. So I really want to get the chance to try it out. We're running the Gigantamax Toxtricity here with Air Balloon, just to get some cheap hacks if it's possible. And yeah, I tried to build a team that really focuses on trying to protect Toxtricity and try to cover all of its weaknesses, but without relying too heavily on Toxtricity having to come to every battle. Now, we do have the Whimsicott to help protect the Toxtricity as well, with the eject button just for some switcheroo shenanigans. We have the Choice Scarf Dracovish because it hurts a lot and takes care of Cinderace. Speaking of Cinderace, here we have the Gigantamax Cinderace with the Life Orb. Just for those situations with, like, I mean, if we're going against Tyranitar and Excadrill and Rhyperior, we don't really bring Toxtricity. I mean, maybe we don't really want to bring Cinderace either. But anyway, Cinderace does a lot better in those matchups than Toxtricity does, so I just decided to stick Cinderace on the team as well, along with, you know, just being super strong and a very strong Pokemon in general. Following up, we have the Indeedee just for some terrain control, just for some Trick Room control, and then the Togekiss for some redirection to, again, protect the Toxtricity. Anyway, I'm super hyped for this battle. We have a quick comment question today. How did you find Pokésports? I'm super curious. I know we have a lot of new people here ever since, you know, the Isle of Armor. So if your answer is as simple as, you know, I searched YouTube VGC 2020, or, you know, I've been listening to you guys for months ever since you started the podcast, please let us do. Please let me know down below. I'm super curious. But anyway, onto the battle. Okay, starting off the day with a Cinderace, and this is actually fine because this is actually a super good matchup for Toxtricity in general, and I'm actually that's really good. A big reason why I wanted Toxtricity on this team is, one, because, you know, Lights Out requested it, and two, because I did want a Pokemon to deal with Corviknight, so I wanted to try out Toxtricity anyway. That Amoonguss is going to be a little bit of an issue. We can kind of deal with it. I think super good first turn is Indeedee Toxtricity. That sounds fine by me. I'm gonna need a way to deal with that Goodra though. That Goodra's gonna be stupidly annoying. Doesn't really look like we need speed control too much this battle. I do want to bring Cinderace, and I think last but not least, we'll finish it off with a little bit of Togekiss. Yeah, let's do Togekiss. We don't really need the Dracovish, so I don't really want to bring it to this battle. It would be a little bit, it would be okay against the Corviknight, especially since we get the Fishious Rend damage, but I don't know. I'm not feeling it too much this battle. But what I do feel is that Toxtricity. Toxtricity is a must bring and a must Dynamax, and thankfully, since my opponent's team is super slow, except for that Arcanine, it is a little bit fast, we can... Okay, speaking of Arcanine, thankfully, we can kind of counteract the Snarl stuff. And we do stop any potential fake outs from happening. We can counteract the Snarl by just going for the Max Ooze. I do believe my opponent doesn't have any Steel types except for that Corviknight. Actually, do we make a play here? First turn, I'm just gonna go for the Expanding Force, and I'm gonna go for the Dynamax GMAX Stun Shock into that. I'm gonna go for the GMAX Stun Shock into the obvious poison. Okay, no, it doesn't switch out. Rest in peace. Anyway, GMAX Stun Shock is still fine. I will be missing out on some damage after the Snarl does come out, which should be okay. I've never actually gotten the chance to use Gigantamax Toxtricity before, and I'm so happy I'm finally getting the chance because its design is so cool and so weird at the same time. Sets up the Light Screen. Okay. So Light Screen plus Snarl is going to be my opponent's play. We do outspeed the Arcanine, which is nice. We're going to get this nice Expanding Force damage off first, before he's able to lower our stuff. I mean, he already lowered us with screens, but this is actually a very slow Arcanine if my Toxtricity is outspeeding it too. Let's see some paralysis, please. We got one poison and one paralysis. Nice. Not bad at all. It is going to go for the Snarl. That is expected. There's not much we can do about it. I think Indeedee probably switches here. I could go in right into my physical attacker, being my Cinderace. Weakness, not weakness, air balloon is popped. And let's just go for max oozes to try to just counteract that as much as possible. And then hard swap into our Cinderace here. Since we got the status off, we don't really have to go for GMAX Stun Shocks anymore. Please don't show me a Reflect too. That would be so annoying. Just having to deal with that all game. Yeah, it's just dual screens Grimmsnarl. Ugh, disgusting. Anyway, Ooze is going to be able to fix our special attack for now. But I do believe that, anyway, he's going to keep Snarl spamming. Yeah, there's another Snarl. That Grimmsnarl goes down to poison anyway, next turn. I kind of don't even want to target it. I could double into this Arcanine right here. Oh, I can't really attack this Arcanine too much. I guess Powerball is my highest damage output. I can't Sucker Punch because I'm in Psychic Terrain. I can't Iron Head because it's resisted. Oh, yeah, let's go for Powerball. Followed by a Max Ooze. Double into this Arcanine real quick. We might break it down to a berry if anything. Withdraw. Don't show me a Corviknight. Goodra. I'm kind of okay with this. This is still resisted, but still good damage. At least we'll be back to neutral special attack. Oh, that is nothing. That is literally no damage. You are the most Assault Vested Goodra I've ever seen, which doesn't really surprise me. Assault Vested Goodra is super common. Followed by Spear Break. Okay, never mind. I guess we can't have special attack. Not today. Poison will take out the Grimmsnarl. This is just gonna have to be a long game. It's not the end of the world. It's just gonna be a very long game. Back into Arcanine just to get the attack drop. Like I said, long game. The thing is, now I can start Snarl spamming. And I can hard swap into the Togekiss just to reset my just to reset the Intimidate stat drop. I think I want Cinderace at as much damage as possible. Especially against the Goodra. Little does my opponent know, 2 can play at this game. 2 can go for Snarls, alright? And I'm faster than both Yamans. So that's actually a really good turn. I think my opponent has like mostly special attackers too. Goes for the T-Bolt. No way. Did he predict that switch? Anyway, it wasn't too much damage. Followed by Willow. Okay, we avoid the Willow. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. Let's go for Dazzling Gleam. Let's Snarl. Just keep snarling. Just keep applying pressure here. My opponent still has the Dynamax though. Is this finally the Corviknight? There's a Corviknight. What am I at? -1 special attack right now? Oh, -2 now. Maybe I should switch out the Toxtricity. That is decent damage. Goes for Snarl also. Yeah, I definitely need to switch out Toxtricity here. This Arcanine is making this a very slow battle. I can just commit to flinches with Togekiss. So let's do that. Let's just try to flinch, and then let's just swap into our Indeedee. Since the terrain did wear out, might as well set it back up. Not that it does much against this team. But his Dark type is gone, so our Expanding Force option is back. My opponent's team is actually very good with like the very counter special attack team next to this Corviknight just to make it very, very irritating. is gonna Gigantamax or Dynamax. So my opponent is committing to this Corviknight right here, which is kind of terrifying, not gonna lie. We can't really lower its stats right now either. We're gonna air slash that, but it's not gonna make too much of a difference. We're at negative special attack, and does go for the steel spike. Is gonna break us down to our berry. I think we live one. Yeah, we do live one. So we will be able to get one Dazzling Gleam plus he's gonna raise his defense. Oh jeez, this is such a tanky team. It's so disgusting. How are we gonna break through this? Okay, we got a Dazzling Gleam. Actually, do we even Dazzling Gleam or do we just hard swap? No, I think we have to let Togekiss go down here if anything. So let's Dazzling Gleam for damage. Or not even. We're not gonna do damage with Dazzling Gleam, so it really doesn't matter. Let's go for Air Slash to try and get a flinch. Followed by Expanding Force. See how much Expanding Force does? We don't have any stat drops right now. That's okay damage since Goodra has no reliable healing. Oh, he's gonna outspeed. Never mind. Oh, but he went for the Indeedee. This is still a wasted turn. I guess it's not wasted. We did a chunk. Steel Spike number 2 onto the Togekiss. It's now a +2 Corviknight. I think we have to go back in with Toxtricity right here. This might be our one opportunity. Cinderace is definitely a no-go for Cinderace. Like, Cinderace does not want to be here right now with a +2 defense on both of these Pokemon. So we have to find some kind of way of knocking them out first. So let's go for the Overdrive. Overdrive plus Expanding Force is our best option. We could Mystical Fire into that Corviknight, but it's just going to bounce back the special attack drop. So it'll end up not making too much of a difference. That does not enough damage. I'm low-key terrified. 'Cause I know he went for the Cinderace. I mean, not the Cinderace, the Toxtricity. No, he went for the Indeedee. Oh. I think I'm okay with that. Light screen wears off, which is nice. Yeah, that's right. I'm playing through both screens too. Like this team is so just disgustingly tanky. Okay, good news is that Dynamax is over. Man's at +3. I can Overdrive, followed by... I think I double into Corviknight every time, right? Let's do it. We are not going to be doing a lot of damage. Especially not now that he switches into this Arcanine. I've never had to break through such a tanky team. This team is so strong. It's so tanky. The fact that I'm still hanging in here is what's really impressive. We're gonna get the Overdrive off. Ooh, was that a crit? Toxtricity, it was not. Ooh, that is so impressive. I'm loving this thing now. I'm loving this thing so much. Your Reflect wears off. All your screens are gone. Sounds like Goodra. Who's the bigger threat here? Probably Goodra, right? So let's just clean up this Goodra. Let's go for the Iron Head. Goodra got rid of its own defense boosts too, so you're sitting real pretty right now. Iron Head onto Goodra. Oh wait, why did I just turn into a Steel type against this Arcanine? It's okay, I think we'll KO Goodra. Alright, good. Now this is gonna be a single targeted Overdrive with still no special attack drops on it. This is a lot of damage coming out of the Toxtricity here. Yes! Toxtricity taking the game. My opponent didn't prepare for Toxtricity. Did not prepare for Toxtricity. That was such a long battle, but it was such a good one. Alright, Alice is bringing the Persian and the Classic Rain Core. So guess who's coming with us? Hello, Toxtricity. I don't know if we would lead with it. Actually, we can lead with it. Let's lead with Toxtricity and let's lead with the Whimsicott. If he leads with that Scizor, that could be a little bit of a problem, but guess what? We have Indeedee. And since he is giving us rain, let's just go ahead and add Dracovish to this team. I chose my Pokemon really quickly, but hopefully that doesn't end up biting us in the butt. Looking at my team right now and the 4 that I chose, I am afraid of that Duraludon. Do I think my opponent brings it? Probably. Honestly, probably. And maybe I should have brought the Cinderace here instead of the Indeedee, but we'll see how that goes. If this is a Water Urshifu, which it probably is because it's on a rain team, then Indeedee is actually a really good bring here, though. What does Persian do? Does it do everything that a Alolan Persian does? I guess it is technically a better typing. It gets Technician, right? So it gets like Technician boosted Fake Outs. Is that it? It's like Technician boosted Fake Out plus... I don't even know. Guys, excuse me. Excuse me for searching up what a Persian does, as I have never faced or even considered to look at this Pokemon. It gets Technician, Limber, Unnerve. It gets Unnerve? Oh, dude, I didn't even know that. Did he have any terrains on the team that I didn't see? Even if it gets Unnerves, these stats are not that great. It is really fast, though. It is stupid fast. It gets Switcheroo, Taunt. Of course, he brought the Duraludon, but he did bring the Water Urshifu, which is what I did want to see. Good news here is we can kind of just Dynamax, right? Or just Snarl? No, it's Dynamax. It's Dynamax, G Stun Shock this Urshifu since it's super effective. And let's switcheroo this Duraludon. I don't think we have to outspeed, or we should be outspeeding already, no? I mean, I guess we don't... Should we do this instead? No, we should still GMAX Stun Shock you. I think we should Tailwind, if anything. So between Tailwind or Switcheroo, I think Tailwind's the play. Tailwind, it would then give us a free switch if they do end up knocking us out. He is just going to switch into the Persian to take the Stun Shock. So I guess it's safe to say we won't be getting to see what Persian does this battle. Do we still get the poison on the Steel type for the Stun Shock? I know that not Raichu, GMAX Pikachu can poison, like, cannot poison, can paralyze ground types. Can we poison Steel types? I highly doubt it. Is it just always a guaranteed poison? I'm starting to feel like I should have given you the eject button. It's fine, it's fine. Hopefully it's fine. I would have hated myself if I didn't get this Tailwind up. Thankfully, my opponent doesn't have a lot of speed control unless that's Icy Wind Persian. But here's our Tailwind. Here's our Stun Shock. Let's see it, baby. Such a good animation, too. Easy. Oko. Goodbye, Persian. And we get the paralysis. Nice. That's really good. Now, get paralyzed, please. Not today. It's gonna go for the Steel Spike into our Whimsicott. Sayonara, Whimsicott. I'm a little disappointed about that. Because I really could have just switcherooed that eject button onto him. Gotten rid of whatever item he's holding on to so dearly. But that didn't happen, sadly. What we can do now is, since he's paralyzed, we can go for a Super Fang, really. Or we just keep spamming Mystical Fires at him. I like that idea, too. I hope he's not Weakness Policy. Oh, speaking of Mystical Fire. Hello. Nice to meet you, Scizor. Cannot Bullet Punch us right now. That is such a good switch in for us. Do we still stun shock that spot? I think so. Let's, is this crazy to just ignore Durlodon for now? Even if he switches into his Urshifu, that Urshifu is 100% O-code. We could deal with this Durlodon when it's a baby. That's what I'm thinking of. We just save it until the Dynamax is over. There's nothing Durlodon can really do to threaten my... Oh yeah, this is just straight Oko, isn't it? Bye. Rip, 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 rip. Poor Scizor. It used to be an actual threat. This is not going to do a lot of damage, but at least it is a special attack. That might be... I can't really tell an Assault Vest from that or not. It's gonna GMAX Darkness into the Indeedee. We do live at 1 because we're in Indeedee. Yeah, we are still fine. Urshifu's gonna come out now. Urshifu has no priority moves except for Sucker Punch, which he can't do right now. Oh wait, that Urshifu gets Aqua Jet, right? The Water Urshifu does get Aqua Jet, so maybe we should take this opportunity to just protect. Actually, he's just gonna... Even if we protect, he's just gonna KO the Indeedee anyway. So let's just try to get the Mystical Fire off on this Durlodon. Lowered special attack by 1. Okay, cool. It would have been a waste if we protected there. And then GMAX Stun Shock. Oh my god. Toxtricity is cleaning up these teams, man. No Focus Sash on the Urshifu either. That's 3 KOs from Toxtricity, and we get the full pair. Oh, this has to be a forfeit by my opponent. This is the incoming forfeit. Because now we could just keep Snarl spamming until this Durlodon is completely useless. I gotta say, Toxtricity is legit impressing me right now. So yeah, Snarl spam plus Mystical Fire is gonna be a -3 Durlodon by the end of this turn. Is not gonna be able to deal with. Yep. Rest in peace. Guys, try this team out, man. Like, this is a good team. And there will be a rental code right here on your screen right now. Remember that all of these teams are limited time only. Make sure to grab them while you can. They will only be up for about 3 days. So I would recommend turning notifications on. That way you never miss a single rental code. Anyway, I'm Kevin. This is Pokesports. I hope you have a great night. Thanks so much to Lights Out and Patreon for suggesting that I use a Toxtricity and having built a team around Toxtricity for him. I actually had the most fun with Pokemon I had in a very long time. It was so much fun using such a cool Pokemon and being able to one-shot things. Anyway, I'm Kevin. This is Pokesports. Have a great night. Peace out.